I kept telling you, no punch. He couldn't hit. He's swinging like a physic. He's missing. Let me see if I had him start there again. But you win it. Sensational first down and Burns gets hurt. Burns got done. Tackle is done early in the round. Great first round. It's good. Perhaps one of the best in middleweight history. Hey, that black guy, he hit. Bang, 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 bang. Fire. Bang.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Amplifier Boxing Talk. I'm your host, writer and reporter for RealCombatMedia.com, G.Alé Dampier. And at this very moment, I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Julius Fox, who's usually tardy, or not tardy, but right on time, you know?
Always on time.
Always on time. And
that's some real life shit too. Like, I'm very punctual. I'm more likely to get there a half hour early than a half hour late.
I mean, and that says something to your success. So
a little bit.
You know. It's a good thing you got there, Julius. So, you know, speaking of people who really just got things going on, Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking knockout.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking knockout.
Can't take credit for that shit either. I was talking so much shit, dog. I laughed. When Virgil Hunter said that shit, I'm like, all right, Virgil, all right. Whatever. I know, go back and watch the fucking episode right before I laughed. I was like, come on, like, I can see Ward winning the fight. I can see Ward losing the fight. But I can't see him knocking Sergey out. Like, come on, dog. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, and it's crazy to think just how dismissive I think all of us were.
Yeah.
Even just seeing the headlines of things like Virgil Hunter saying that he's, you know, that they're training on knocking out Sergey Kovalev. It just seemed laughable at the time, and
it did.
Boy, do we look.
Seemed laughable. I literally laughed. I laughed in the episode.
I mean, and even more egg on our face in retrospect. I mean, and you know, obviously, I'm just vamping here a little bit, just trying to stall out a little bit to give Bo some time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Bo just asked for the link. I seen his text message.
Oh boy, yeah, that would help. Give him a link. So
I gotta throw this in there. It's like there's two reasons I thought that shit was laughable. One, because if that's the game plan, then why are you giving it away? And two, because I didn't think Ward had it in him. To put him away, I mean, he could beat him, but I didn't think he could put him away, and he put him away.
It's not only that, but it's just, did we really think he would have the power to just do it? Let alone, I mean, it was if anything, the way I would see a knockout coming for Andre Ward is if he had, you know, Jesus Christ, what the hell was I just about to say? Because I'm trying to do all these shit. I'm sitting here trying to find the link for this guy. I
mean,
can't
look,
remember what the fuck I was getting at.
If a guy told me that Andre Ward is gonna knock this guy out, or you know, get a stoppage, I would have figured that it would have been very late in the fight, maybe the 11th or the 12th. That Ward is landing nothing but meaningful punches. That's the only way I could have seen it happening. But the way that it happened, it's like, nah, man, it happened quick. I couldn't believe my eyes. When he landed that right hand, I couldn't believe my eyes. Thing of beauty, man.
And man, why am I having trouble doing this today?
That's a good question.
Sorry if you had to just bear with me, folks, while I try to get our host on. This is unprofessional, to say the least. But so here's the thing I want to talk about. Basically, along with discussing the fight, low blows.
Well, let's get it. Let's have that conversation.
Low blows. They definitely happened.
Oh, come on, George.
Now look. Now listen. Now here's. I'll have to go through a full rundown again of how I think of everything. Now, while I said that shocking knockout that he scored, all the credit to him. I mean, remember that stunning right hand that he landed. Had nothing to do with the body or a low blow or body shot at all. Well, I would say I would say the body shot actually did lead up to that right hand.
It did, because that's what sapped his strength. That's what sapped his strength. And Ward committed to the body from the opening bell. He was throwing body shots, which is why the notion that Ward was deliberately going low on this guy is retarded. Like, Ward went in there knowing, yo, I won that last fight. I was able to get back in the fight in the last fight because I was going to the body. So you already knew off top, and we knew that going into the. We knew that. We said that shit in the last podcast. Yo, Ward is gonna go to the body. If we didn't know nothing else about the fight, we knew he was going to do that. So for people to be implying that Ward was deliberately hitting this guy low, come on, man, stop that shit. You got Kovalev bent over like a college girl over a fucking campus banister. I'm not trying to hit this guy low, but what vantage point does he have? Tony Weeks doesn't have a vantage point. Ward doesn't have a vantage point. Kovalev is fully bent over. He wasn't trying to hit that guy low. He's trying to punch him in the stomach.
I mean, but here's the only reason why it doesn't. Look, the last three punches were totally low. My thing is, he could the whole side of his body was open. Like, he didn't need to go to the body to land anything there. That whole side of his face was exposed. So,
yo, both, he doesn't have the link yet.
Yeah, and I'm trying to fucking find it. Because I don't know, man. What the hell?
Let me see if I can get the link.
Because I can't find it on here for some reason.
I could get the link. Hold on. Okay, how do I get the link? Let me see here. Let me see. Options. No, it ain't there. Okay, I think I could go to people. Yup, there's fuck me, Freddie. I don't see Bo. Add people. There we go. Truth.
Yeah, do that, because I don't know why I can't see it on mine for some reason.
Oh, fuck, come on with this typo shit.
Usually I can see it, and I don't know.
Truth. And
fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird.
Facts.
Truth and fat girls about boxing.
There he is. All right. And I'm going to check him. And he should be here shortly.
All right, good. I don't know why the hell I can't see that for some reason.
Man, you know, technology's a bitch, man.
It shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way, but it is.
I'm not allowing it to be that way. But anyway, sorry. So listen, and God, I really was trying to preserve this for Bo, because I know he's going to have a lot to say about it. But I feel like there's a middle ground. Obviously, there's people on the Kovalev side are just going to totally just blame this on low blows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm seeing, you know, it's all over the page. Then there's people on the Ward side who just completely deny that they even happened. No, they're all totally legal. Like, no, there's legit low blows, and that even throughout the fight and in that final round. But that doesn't take away from what he already had going to lead to the knockout. He stunned him, obviously, and that would have just eventually led to his demise. I'm not counting on Kovalev to last. I mean, he still had, what, about a minute and a half.
You tell me that some of those punches sailed, I might agree with you. But you tell me that those were low blows, that those were below the belt. I saw the fucking fight, dog. They weren't below the belt. And Kovalev, being Kovalev, wears his trunks extra high to protect the region where he's vulnerable. It's tell-them age. It's predictable. Anybody could see it. He wears his trunks high so that, well, if you do go for his stomach, you could just cry low blows. Because when he first signaled Tony Weeks, damn, like, man, he didn't hit you low, man. You're just being a ham so that maybe Tony Weeks will deduct a point from this guy. You're just making that investment. The same way that Floyd Mayweather was like, oh, well, Maidana bit me on the gloves. He's being a ham. And Kovalev was being a ham. He didn't get hit low, man. That guy, you knew, and he knew that he was targeting your body. And when you seen that shit, you had to start, you went into panic mode. Oh, he's hitting me low. Bullshit. He's hitting you right where he needs to hit you. Now you know it.
I mean,
Bo need to get his ass in
he
here.
did. Yeah, he keeps saying that he... God damn you, Bo. Why can't you just have a regular thing like everyone else?
I just fucking added him. Like, what the fuck?
He keeps saying he's not on.
I just fucking added him, man. Let me see. How the fuck do you get the link to the goddamn group? Oh, joining by link. Let's see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Copy. Hold on. I might be able to get him the link. Hold on.
I mean, even in my links box, it's just saying.
Okay, there it is. I sent him the link.
All right. What, through the messenger?
I sent it to him through the text message, so he should be able to.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it.
But I don't know if Bo's using a phone or if he's using a computer. Well, he's probably using.
He's gonna be. Oh yeah, he's gonna be using a computer. Send it to his messenger.
Okay.
Oh shit! I almost knocked over my damn Red Bull. All right. So I feel like there were some warnable shots. I'm not going to say they're, oh, that's totally low, give him 5 minutes, but warnable shots throughout the fight. Fine. Toward the end, like I said, solid 3 punches to the dick. I mean, the back of the fucking, you see his, his whole trunks move from being hit. You know what I mean? So it did happen. And eventually, it did lead to the fight being stopped. That's the anger. Now, would he have lasted? I don't think so. Like I said, there would have been about a good minute in change. And, I mean, the way he was hurt, it looked like what that should have been for me, because as you can tell, I'm not completely satisfied with the stoppage, but it doesn't take away from what the result I feel like was going to be anyway.
Comes off as nitpicking. I'm not. Look, Tony Weeks did the exact same thing in the Corrales and Castillo fight. He literally did the exact same thing. This guy is on the ropes. He's not throwing any fucking punches. He's not doing anything. He's sitting there taking punishment. I'm stopping the fight. The way Kovalev was bent over, you'd have thought he got shot in the stomach.
and that's and that's to a fault of his for not fucking knowing the full spectrum of the sport to go down in a situation like that. But I feel like he feared for the knockdown because it was I guess he was thinking on a matter of points or just even being knocked down, period.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, he just wasn't thinking. I don't think he was thinking full term through the fight. I mean, he was thinking through the moment, and shit, man, it just led to not good things for him eventually.
Hey, look, man, the difference between this fight and the first fight is Ward actually had a yardstick. He had a barometer, so he went to the body early. And that was the investment that he didn't make in the first fight. The first fight, they're feeling each other out. It's the first time they ever been in the ring with each other. Anything can happen. But and you know, and I'm not gloating when I say this, but I mean, this is what I meant. That like, yo, this is a guy that was able to think of something to do while the punches is getting thrown in the first fight. He was able to think of something to do. So when you got a guy like that that could do that, well, going into the rematch, he might, you know, win it a little more decisively because he's cerebral. This dude actually figured out a way to get back in the fight as the fight is happening. If he could do that, then surely he could have something, you know, up his sleeve for the rematch.
All right. Well, the pest that has now finally joined us, Bo Bland of Truth and Facts about boxing.
Oh my God, I'm looking for the link
we had to hold on.
Sent the link. I'm like, where's this fucking link he claimed he sent? I see nothing.
Yo, because soon as I usually have it all together. I send basically the Gmail links straight to Ibn and Julius, and for you, I have to put it in a messenger. So you saying that you were like 10 minutes away, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just get started. And
you gotta fucking be kidding me with this thing.
And I just couldn't find the link. I still can't even see how to get the link now. Or just to like invite somebody right now. So that's something I'd have to have copy and paste, or maybe I'm just pretty shit with this.
Now this shit wanna fucking work.
Anyway, guys, or Bo, honestly.
What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man?
All right, so I was trying to hold off on this basically or through my explanation on my thoughts of the fight, because Julius said I was noticeably quiet after the fight.
Okay.
Say shit.
And like I said, there was a reason.
He didn't say shit.
I didn't
like that. I don't like shit like that.
Look, I mean, there wasn't shit to say. I'm just sitting back.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me ask you this right here. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in the belief of everybody else that those were low blows?
You just missed my my monologue. So let me.
Let's play a game. No, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Bo, what do you think he's gonna say?
Oh, I think he's gonna say, yeah, they were low blows.
Ding, ding, ding.
But listen, it does not take away from what happened and what the result of the fight is, and what I feel like it was going to be.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Actually, it does. And let me explain to you why. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why.
Why?
From November 2016, what was the first thing Kovalev was doing?
Oh, yeah, you know, the whole yapping and all that stuff.
Okay.
But listen.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I know where you're going with this.
Okay,
it's the fact that Kovalev made this whole thing. I know his whole mentality, war.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, that.
Wait though. Hold on. Let me get to it. So
I'm just letting you know why. This is why I was quiet, because it's like,
okay.
Wow.
Okay, but even
hot air balloon.
Even if you want to say they were low blows, even if you want to say it, right? My point is this though. This thing was billed as no excuses. When are we going to start going by what this shit? Because he's crushing Kovalev. He's supposed to be the bigger dude. He's supposed to be whooping Andre Ward. He's supposed to be fucking Andre Ward up and beating his ass. So if you tell me about low blows, I'm going to tell you about the rabbit punches I saw. I'm going to tell you about the head.
Listen, the only reason why I make the note of it that I do is because it did eventually lead to the stoppage. The fight was stopped because the final punches were low.
No, they were not.
Can I ask you a question?
They were belt line, dog.
No, they weren't, and you know that.
George, did you see when he hooked him to the body and it was well above the belt line? And Kovalev literally just and looked at him?
Yeah.
And you're telling me that low blows is what led to the stoppage? That was a body attack that led to that stoppage.
I'm telling you what the moment of why the fight was stopped was 3 low punches followed. Yes, are you kidding me? They were totally low.
It was not low.
His whole fucking trunk's move.
Because he's getting hit on the belt line. He's crunched over, getting hit on the belt line, dog.
Yeah, listen, he's crunched over, and again, I say that is why it led to the punches being low. Had he, been upright and at least or took the knee like a fucking man,
How do you get punched
and
in
eventually,
the stomach and it hurts and you stand upright, man? Right? He got hit in the stomach. He immediately folded.
well, that's essentially what I'm saying is he should have just took the fucking knee and thought the long game instead of thinking with his pride.
Like that, so he didn't.
My man, Ibn.
No. So he never been in a position. He never knew.
Ibn, newly crowned IBF champion, father of the year.
The IBF.
Yo, Ibn.
Got like 5 mandatories, and he only got like 2 belts. He
Guess
got like
what?
5 mandos.
Guess what? I would fight by Mando, right? But look, y'all not gonna make me do shit. Else I'm gonna pull a Canelo on y'all. If y'all make me beg.
Hold on, wait a minute. Stop. I gotta correct you. Canelo is Mexican. You're black. You'll be doing a Riddick Bowe.
You dropping that shit in the trash can.
Right.
All right. So Ibn, you can't.
Hey, George, hey. George thinks those were low blows.
Look, guys.
Nah, man.
Listen, because I don't think you guys are really seeing the full spectrum. Like, and I know why you guys want to. I know why you guys want to stand the way you do. Because you want to feel like, no, this is full. Because it seems like, because it seems like, listen, damn it. It seems like, it seems like if you were to say any type of foul play on Andre Ward's part for any way those punches landed, it feels like it takes away from what he did. And I'm trying to make sure respectively that I don't. And because I know that I see the body shots taking effect. I see that major right hand that he fucking launched back from Oakland that stunned him. All of this happened on the count of what Andre Ward did legally, strategically right, all to his credit. But there also were low blows. Talking about
3 or 4 low blows, though.
Huh?
I think even if you're gonna run the low blow thing, right? You talking about 3 or 4 low blows when the man was hunched over.
Yes.
And he was looking for a way out, bro. He was complaining for a round and a half before that, when he wasn't getting hit low. So he was standing right there.
That's exactly.
Well, my focus is not so much on the low blows. I'm past that. I mean, you got guys,
and that's all. I just wanted to get that on the table, though.
Can I say one more?
Just to address it.
Kovalev, I gotta say one more thing though about the low blows. Kovalev is a bully. Prayers to the family of the guy that he killed in the ring. But this is the kind of reputation that he has that preceded him. If he was getting hit low, why didn't he do anything?
Exactly.
He came in there, he said he was going to end Andre Ward's career. He said, you be ready tomorrow, motherfucker. I'll kill you tomorrow, motherfucker. He was saying all that shit. So if you was getting hit in the nuts by a motherfucker that can't knock over a cup of water, so you said, you understand what I'm saying? You got an attitude. And he hitting you in your nuts. And this motherfucker can't knock over a cup of water. Why you ain't do nothing? Why you ain't do nothing?
And that's where I wanted to merge my point with Bo's perspective eventually, is because he was saying how, where was that lack of war mentality, that warrior spirit going into this? You talked a lot of Ivan Drago shit.
So you ain't Marvin Hagler.
That's what I'm saying. He
walking around with the war hat on. Fuck out of here.
Marvin Hagler.
And just wasn't about the life eventually.
Marvin Hagler, Aaron Pryor, Carlos Monzon, even Marcos Maidana. You hit them low, they hit you right the fuck back.
Exactly.
You goddamn right.
That's what.
Why didn't you guys say that shit on the page?
Wait a minute. Hey. I've been saying this shit. I've been arguing with that fucking idiot, K.O. Johnson, all goddamn day. That fucking idiot. Are you kidding me?
Listen, man. This is what I got to say. Okay? That was the ultimate insight, the ultimate perspective as to what caliber of fighter Sergey really is. And I respect Sergey even now. I still think he's a great fighter. I always thought he's a great fighter. He's a really good fighter.
Oh, shit. I still take him to beat Adonis Chickinson.
Hold on. My point is this, that's what separates them. You see how Victor Ortiz tried to headbutt Floyd? What did Floyd do?
Right.
Got that right back.
Right.
Got that
He
right
fucked
back.
him up. Floyd
He
fucked
fucked
him
him
up.
up.
Yeah, but
And that's and all the guys aforementioned, that puts it all in perspective. That look, all right, you hit me low, okay, I'm gonna get that back.
Yep.
That's all it would have really took.
Yep.
But now Sergey is the victim.
Yep.
Now he's the like we gonna play up the well, you know, Sergey's not a dirty fighter. He's a sweetheart.
He was rabbit punching. He was rabbit punching. How many times did he rabbit punch? And he was holding. And he was headlocking. Ain't no excuses for that bull. That bull wasn't what he said he was. Bottom line. He wasn't what he said he was. Straight line of attack. I told y'all. Straight line of attack. I didn't say knockout. I didn't call knockout at all. Because I didn't see that coming. But you know what I thought about? I think the mental fatigue played a lot
look at this.
into him being stopped.
Look at this shit. Look at this stupid shit. See, that stupid ass motherfucker KO Johnson. He's claiming he saw the right hand that was preceded by a headbutt. What the fuck? See, that's that ignorant.
What headbutt?
That's what I'm saying. See, that's that stupid shit, man.
What the fuck was the headbutt?
Well, listen, man, I seen that fake ludicrous looking motherfucker, man. I seen him. But I'm not gonna waste brain cells on a guy like that because that's just the guy that's bitter. All right.
You see, and this is why I just sit. This is why I just sit back and watch the page.
You know what it is? And I said this on the show. I'll say it here. I gave props to Lex Romero. He's the first motherfucker to go live after it happened. He even did a video telling the motherfucker, huh?
He bit the bullet.
Oh, he was the first one to go live. It was like 30
Good.
motherfuckers on there.
I'm pleased, but at the same time, fuck all of that, man. Listen, I ain't trying to hear nothing. That bull, he was not what the fuck he said he was, and I'm here to represent the hood. I'm here to represent the red, white, and blue. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to represent my son. Because you know what? One thing I don't like is when people try to play the tough guy. That's why I'm on hell. That's why I'm on him like that.
And for the same reason, listen, for the same reason you going hard on that point is the same reason that I'm not going hard. Because characteristically, fighters like Kovalev that are characterized as bruisers, when you bring it to them, that's what happens. That's why I'm not going in on him like that because you can expect that to happen when you bully the bully. The bully don't like being bullied. It's tell them age. It is tell them age. So it's all right. At least he was able to say Andre Ward did his homework. You know, this is shit that he said. He said did his homework. He put a way better effort, yada yada. He gave him his props. I'm not making excuses for that guy, but you know, he gave him that much, which is more than we can.
You saying he ate his crow? You saying he ate his crow?
Yeah, he ate his crow.
Right.
So I mean,
I buy that. I'll bite that.
You know what I mean?
I'll bite that. But as a boxing fan, as a long-standing boxing fan, I've been a boxing fan ever since I was my son age, man. When somebody plays that role, and then people see what I'm not even gonna lie because fans do got something to do with why I've been on his behind so much because they ran around here and talked as if like people was talking about Dre crazy and all Dre do is win fights. Mm-hmm. Like this dude ain't lost a fight since he lost his virginity, man. Straight up. 12 years old, bro. Bull was last time he lost, he was 12 years old. And people was walking around here talking about him like he was supposed to have been afraid for his life. From a guy that knocked him down and couldn't even finish the job. He's supposed to be afraid for his life.
Listen, man, it's a whole faction of people, right? That got a lot to say. And that whole faction, I don't listen to shit they say at all.
You know what's crazy though? If the shit wasn't funny, this is purgeable bullshit. Straight up. This shit is purgeable to the motherfucker, but it's
really
funny.
Purgeable the shit they saying.
But it's funny as shit. If it wasn't funny, this shit would be purged. Yeah.
So Kovalev, obviously not in the best of place right now.
He still probably be the Donnas though.
And
I'm Haitian.
I don't know. He better not fight.
Well, that's where I'm kind of getting at. I'm kind of getting after like the afterthought now, post fight, or at least what do you see going in the future for these guys? Kovalev, I mean, going forward, that bully, that whole persona of the bully is gone, essentially. He's going to have to go over, it seems like he's going to have to go through if this wasn't the humbling, it was, or at least it needed to be, then I don't know what else is going to. He has to do some serious reconstruction if he plans on doing anything, or at least claiming the titles again. But it seems like people were claiming that main events. It seems like they're like this is a huge blow to them, and they're dead out, and just out in the water now.
Who else they got?
They still got the Stevenson fight.
Yeah, but who else do they have over there?
I don't think they have anyone.
Kovalev got zero.
Don't they got Curtis Stevens over there? Ain't Curtis Stevens one of their fighters?
I can't say.
Oh no.
Is who?
We should pull up their roster.
Is who one of their fighters?
Curtis Stevens.
Curtis Stevens.
He might be. He might be. But he ain't even good for $1 million.
Barrera's one of their fighters.
He ain't even good for $1 million out here, though.
Barrera's one of their fighters. Sullivan Barrera.
Okay.
He about to have a fight.
You know what? I'm pulling for Sully. So I hope Caffey ain't knocked off. I hope Sully do good.
I think it's
let them fight Sully now.
I think if Beretta, I'm about to say if Beretta wins, they might try to match him up with Kovalev.
Yeah,
and that's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good fight. But I don't know about Sully, and I don't know about him winning that fight because Joe is limited, and that I'm not saying shit by saying that, but Joe is limited. But all you got to do is hit that guy one time. That's all you got to do.
Well, Joe seems to be the kind of guy that his shit from this point on, once he starts fighting the skill fighters that are prime skill fighters, because I'm not gonna take nothing from him for beating Bernard. I'm gonna say, all right, you got that. You know what I'm saying? I know Bernard was 51, you got that. But now you got to fight the prime guys, the prime skill guys.
Yeah.
And his shit gonna be like puncher's chance.
Yeah.
But he seems to have that kind of power, and he's like a construction worker, nothing to lose. He's like Rocky in real life, kind of. He is the American dream. Larry not the American dream. Joe Smith is on some real shit.
No, Larry's American dream. I mean, any Cuban fighter that defects from Cuba to come here, that's the American dream.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna give him that, but I'm gonna say Joe Smith is like the American dream. He's a construction worker.
Yeah.
He took the WBC belt to the fucking work site, bro. Yeah, that's American dreaming. That shit was on the work site, bro. He was sitting there with the belt and his hat on. He went to work on Monday. Matter of fact, I think he went on Wednesday. He had to work Wednesday. They only gave him 2 days off.
You know what he is? He's the new James Braddock.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Yeah, until somebody had to knock him off and shit.
On that fight, he was on the the next day.
Yeah, somebody had to knock Joe off and shit, and Joe ain't gonna go easy because guess what? I ain't supposed to be here. What's up?
Yeah, he always got it all to lose, man.
I ain't supposed to be here. You ain't telling me nothing. Ain't nobody gonna scare him. Kovalev, nobody gonna scare him.
I mean, and also before we leave Kovalev, the Kovalev discussion, and I think it's just got to be said. I think it's safe to say that Kovalev has a glass body. If not, just no defense for it.
No, wait. Can we talk about this? Because it's 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
It's 4 of us. But it's like it was right in front of us the whole time, but we never thought about it. Triple G dropped this guy with a body shot. Andre Ward had success in the first fight because of the body shots. And it blows my mind that we didn't I know I can only speak for myself that I didn't even think about that. That's why I'm like, damn.
I didn't think about that either. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I didn't think
I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't look at him as glass to the body. I will say this though. This is why I kept saying 13th round, because I saw that shit having an effect. Now, what I learned was, damn, if you would have came at him like that from the gate, he fucking around would have broke down the first time. Because you didn't start the shit until later, and he was already going. But if you would have started that shit, he might have broke the fuck down the first time. But I didn't think he was necessarily glass to the body. But that's why I kept saying 13th round, because I was like, yo, you just start low and come high.
And that's exactly how the fight went about.
That's what proved what George said, that the stab to the body was experimental. That was just some shit that all right, yo, I got to do something. I'm getting fucked up. I got to do something. Stab to the body. I don't think he intended to do that. I think he pulled that out of his ass.
I'm going to be honest, though. You know what I know from fighting taller people, right? Sometimes I used to come across taller guys. The jab to the body becomes efficient because I can't hit his head. When you fight like Kovalev, you can't. If you shorter than Kovalev and you ain't got that kind of length he got, you ain't going to be touching the jab on his head like that.
What a
My
jab.
dad always told me shoot that shit to his chest.
What a jab
So
to his
Ward
body.
said fuck the chest and shot it to the midsection.
Well, what the jab to the body also did was it kept Kovalev from throwing his jab
Right.
because he didn't have a straight beat on Andre. Because his jab was Kovalev's jab was working like a motherfucker in that first fight in the beginning of the fight.
Right. It was working in the second one too.
Yeah.
No, was it?
He was landing jabs.
It wasn't as effective in the first.
Right. I'm about to say, yeah, not as effective.
No, hell no, not as effective. The most effective part was the jab. What else did he do good this time?
Well, no.
Landing jabs.
Can we talk about how Ward's movement was more fluid and his punches were more fluid in this fight? His head movement, his upper body movement, his feet in and out of range. He fought this fight that I thought he was going to fight in the first fight, except I didn't think he was going to get him out of there. I never thought that.
You know that, and another point before I go on to Ward, I just gotta say, and it seems like they even talked about this in the fucking interview, which is why I say glass body, and rather than a defense for for a body attack, is that they knew this. They knew this from the first fight that Ward's success would come from a body attack.
Right.
Yep.
And they knew that.
No adjustments. Again, that's another thing.
But it's crazy because I remember even seeing the John David Jackson
George,
where they said they like, oh yeah, we got something for the body attack.
Yeah, they wore their trunks extra fucking high. That was their adjustment.
But see, George, that's why.
That's exactly.
But see, George, that's why. But see, George, that's why when people talk the dirty fight and the low blows, I'm like, wait a minute, this is the same shit y'all said that he motherfucker did in the first fight. So what did y'all do to change that up so Kovalev had an answer for that?
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
If you were looking for the answer to the body attack, wear your trunks up to your nipples.
I mean, if and that's the sad thing, if that was the way to combat it, then that's awful. But again, you knew this was coming. You knew that was a source of a success for Ward in the first fight. You knew that's something you had to prepare for in this fight. Yep. And yet you failed. You failed out even quicker.
Your punk ass failed to make the proper adjustments.
Now, and what I wanted to give.
No adjustments. Fuck that, George, because I did. I told you I ain't had no adjustment. I said, only thing he can do is up his work rate what he did the last fight because he showed me he was simple. I'm going to tell you why I said that.
Well, see, that's one thing. That's one thing I want to talk about is the fact that the biggest mistake he made in this fight was his training. He brought in some trainer for, what's that shit? Whatever the fuck that
biathlon.
Triathlon.
Right. Fuck where you got that guy.
Yeah, and but see, that shit is mainly, George, remember we talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
That shit is mainly for shooting. What they do is they shoot, then they run like a mile or something, then they have to calm down to shoot again. So, and I don't be understanding what motherfucker like Robert the Ghost Guerrero getting a CrossFit train, like motherfucker.
Basically,
I've never understood.
It's basically the old homage.
Yeah.
Ain't no shape like boxing shape.
Exactly. Ain't no training like boxing training, man.
I gotta say one thing. This is why he got his ass whooped. He didn't listen to Don Turner and John David. It's just that simple. He brought the Russian guy in that was supposed to be a strength and conditioning coach. That was really his coach. They was having all sorts of turmoils. All the writing was on the wall. We was getting the stories. We even heard it from the opposite camp. We heard all that shit, so we know what was going on. His arrogance and all of that shit he was saying about American trainers not being that good, he thought that shit, and he paid.
And
bottom line.
But what I wanted to give credit to Ward for.
Don Turner threw him under the bus. John David threw him under the bus. They was doing it before the fight for real. Well, Turner didn't do it before the fight, but John David did it before the fight. And at the end of the day, we all knew Kovalev didn't listen to him. We all knew Kovalev was told. John David was told he couldn't say nothing in the corner and all that.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't see Don Turner was completely unapologetic about that fight and about Kovalev. He said he's simple. This is coming from a guy in Kovalev's camp. He's just a puncher. He's just a puncher. He's not a thinker.
I mean,
listen. This is the thing
about and that's the funny thing is that's the perspective I had of Kovalev just going into the first fight. So if anything, remember that's what the credit we were giving him after the second fight. It's like, oh, maybe there's more to him than
my OG My OG that I coach at my gym, his name is Elvin Thompson. He told me something. He said a lot of the Eastern Europeans, he said not Lomachenko, and he said not Postal, right? He said a lot of the Eastern Europeans, he said they are punchers. He said the difference between them and what you would consider like a Mexican puncher is they don't go about getting it off recklessly. So sometimes it leaves the illusion that this guy's like a pure boxer. He's not. He's a puncher that will use his jab and 1-2 to get to where he's trying to get to. And that's boxing too.
No, let's call
that's
it
boxing
what it is.
too.
Let's call it what it is. With the exception of Vasyl Lomachenko, he's the exception. And I'm tired of talking about that guy. I'm tired of just like, because he's the exception. I'm tired of that.
He's the exception.
He's the exception to almost everything.
But I don't want to talk. The average Eastern European, and I'm not saying this to slight them at all, because I know a couple of boxer punchers I can name off the top of my head that have had massive success. But that's what they are. They're boxer punchers.
That's true.
They're not swarmers. They're not brawlers. Gennady Golovkin is a boxer puncher. Viktor Postol is a boxer puncher. So is Kovalev. It's the marriage between how hard they hit and how they set up their shots.
There was one more who wasn't. What's that dude that knocked out Jacobs? Purev was.
Pirog
was not a boxer puncher. He was Lomo before Lomo.
Man.
Yeah. No, that dude can box.
Yeah.
That dude can box. Usyk can actually. I believe Usyk can box.
But hold on, it's not that. See, that's why I don't say it that way. Sergey could box.
Yeah, he could box.
He could box. As far as improvisation, nuances, just little shit, the extra shit, the X factor that a Terrence Crawford has, or Vasyl Lomachenko has. They don't have that X factor. But can they box? Yes, they can box.
Yeah, he can box.
Kovalev has a great fucking jab. Just because Andre Ward was able to find an answer, that doesn't mean Kovalev don't have a great jab. He really does.
No, he do.
And speaking of Andre Ward, two things. First of all, credit to you, Ibn, because I'm not sure if maybe you might have been a little lifted that night.
I believe in skill.
But you, when it came to game plan, were damn near spot on when it came to what Andre Ward needed to do, and it was body head, just like he said. And he even said it in the post-fight interview as far as how he went about it, at least how he was able to set up that right hand. So props to you for even scoping that out. But one of the things I noticed, though, even in this fight, or especially this fight, because it kind of just baffled me, but did you guys even notice a size advantage that just seemed to disappear?
Because I seen Ward. I seen Ward last week, right? No lie. I seen this fool on the internet, right, last week. And I was like, man, he got big as shit and he was running. And he kept saying, I ain't run for the first fight.
Right, yeah, he had his legs up underneath from this fight.
Yeah, you know how people be like, I ain't run or I ain't do this. And you be like, yo, sometimes they be lying and shit, right? But I'm like, well, damn, if he wasn't running, that explains like why he wasn't moving as much as I thought he could. Even though Ward's not a big mover, he was more stationary the first fight than I expected. I was like, damn, you got to move more than that, baby. Like,
but Mike Mary touched on that Ward moves. He's just not on a bicycle. You understand? He
don't bike. Movements. Yeah, he don't bike.
He changes his foot and he changes his angles. He does move, and he moves so much more in this fight than in the first fight. In the first fight, he looked like he was off balance. His legs was not under him. He was fluid. His punches was flowing. Everything was working. There's a huge difference between the Ward we seen the first time out and this time out. This was a complete package with a plan.
You know what I appreciated? I loved the most about it was his approach in the first 3 rounds. I seen him. What I call it when I say I call fighters. I say you scared. I seen the proper fear. I want that fear. And I say fear is something that you harness in boxing. Nigga, you get butterflies when you about to go in there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what he did was he was careful every step of the fucking way till he knew Kovalev was ready to go.
Yeah.
The first fight he didn't do that. That's what got him on his ass.
Well, also what he also did was he made Kovalev a moving puncher. And a Kovalev moving don't punch as hard as a Kovalev stationary.
Damn sure don't.
And to add to that, it also weighs on his stamina because you're swinging, you're missing, you're moving, and you already got stamina issues. And he's going to the body at the same time.
Yep.
It's a solid plan. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's a beautiful fucking plan.
All of it was
only Ward could have done that. I don't think Beretta. I don't think Stevenson. I don't think
no.
None of these other dudes can apply that, man.
I'm not sure, bro.
Hell no.
I'm not sure.
They got guys running around right now talking about Badu Jack.
Nah, I ain't gonna just.
What?
Yeah.
You know why they talking reckless though? I'm gonna tell you why fans talking reckless now, because they listening to Roy and then they looking at what they saw. I tried to tell people this. I was like, Kovalev got a straight line of attack. I was like, if you box a master boxer, you ain't gonna beat him with a 1-2. Kovalev 1-2 is so good that he'll beat fucking 95% of the division with that shit, right? But like when you fight a master boxer, you got to throw the left hook sometimes. You got to step back and throw the right uppercut in the left hook sometimes. You have to make them guess the angle that the punches is coming at. I saw where Ward got a timing down on the punches. They was coming straight, and he was just going down, up, and all of them was missing. And I was like, oh, it's over for Kovalev. Because he's figured out because he doesn't have enough diversity in his attack.
And he really
his attack is fucking strong as fuck.
He really
his
does.
attack vicious. But it's no diversity.
It's crazy because that's the same shit. If you go all the way back when we was talking about Postol, it was the same shit. It's like Postol is a very good fighter, but he's too textbook. He's too textbook for his own good. He don't add nothing to it. And it's like a guy like Crawford. Well, that ain't shit to Crawford. Like Crawford could do that and then some. So, It's kind of if you're a Terrence Crawford or if you're a Andre Ward, you could get around that.
Right. But see, and that's why I picked Crawford to beat Ndongo. I said Ndongo still is too basic. Crawford, I mean, he's tall and rangy, but you know he's too basic. He's still kind of amateurish. Crawford got something for that. He got something for that.
Only thing I'll say about Ndongo is, Ndongo is textbook, but he's sharp. One, he's sharp. Two, he's awkward, and that's, you can use that. You can use that because you don't know what an awkward guy's gonna do.
Maidana.
But all in all, I mean, he's a textbook fighter. He's a textbook fighter. He's not hard to figure out. Not if you're Terrence Crawford anyway.
Right.
Well,
you can't.
We looked at what could be the future for Kovalev. Andre Ward after this fight looked pretty good and comfortable for the weight to me.
Yeah. And I thought he was too small for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what's incredible about this fight. That it's like, all that shit. We almost can we stop bullshitting and say that?
I'm not.
I was scared for Andre Ward. I was scared.
I believe in skills pay the bills, but on some real shit, I thought he was too small. After Kovalev, I was looking at Stevenson like, man, don't go fucking with him. Because he's not going to try to box you. He's going to try you to fuck out.
So that leads.
That's all he know how to do. That's all he know how to do. Get one punch.
So that leads to my question: as to who does he fight next? Because I mean, you got Virgil Hunter out there, again with another bold claim. We didn't see the knockout coming, but he's thinking that Andre Ward can go to heavyweight.
I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm just so obvious. So I'm it may be rhetorical, but. That's just post fight gas, right?
You know what?
No one's really expecting to see this.
Here we go. Here's the thing, man. Virgil Hunter is going to talk what he's going to talk because he's extremely happy at what Andre Ward pulled off. Just like remember when Virgil said if Golovkin go to 168, Ward to come down, and what did Andre say? He said, "Nah, me and Virgil ain't never talk about that."
Exactly.
Okay, so Virgil Hunter.
He don't want to lose no weight. Dre don't want to lose no weight.
Right, that's what I said. So Virgil Hunter will say in the heat of the moment stuff like that. So because he said something about Ward beating Anthony Joshua, there's something I see. Yeah, Andre getting knocked the fuck out really bad.
He can't be AJ, man. Come on, he can't.
Right now, I like what Andre did say though when he asked him. He said, hey, it depends on on the right fight because. If he goes in there against a cruiserweight like Lebedev, I like that because Lebedev is only 5'11". You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lebedev don't have no extremely outlandish arm reach. So yeah, that's a.
He got to pull a Roy. You
know what I'm saying? Or Joseph, I actually like Andre Ward. I actually like Andre Ward and Joseph Parker.
I'm cheering if I'm fuck that. We cheering.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like if you're gonna do heavyweight, I like Andre Ward and Joseph Parker. But because Joseph Parker is 6'1", he's not that big. No, he's only 6'1", 6'2". He's not that big.
No. Here's what I'm gonna say. it's bold, right? It's bold, but Andre Ward could beat Joseph Parker, possibly, and this is gutsy, but it's because Parker is so fucking polite. Parker don't hit the gas. He is so fucking polite. Like, I'm gonna hit you, but I'm only gonna hit you one time, just because you keep hitting me, okay? And you chill. He don't hit the gas.
He mentalities. I actually agree with that shit.
Too fucking polite, man.
But I think Drake. Listen, man. Listen.
But Drake, I want Andre to go over and visit Adonis Chickens and snatch that Gucci belt up off of him.
Yeah.
That way, you know what I'm saying? That way he'll be undisputed. He'll be undisputed.
And that win him some fans too.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I don't think you're gonna get the Ndongo fight yet. I hate to tell y'all this, and I don't think you will get. I don't think you will get that fight because I feel like the sanctioning bodies don't be wanting undisputed champion. That's my personal opinion. And it's always something funny when the belt's about to get undisputed in every fucking weight class. I don't give a fuck. Unless you're talking about females boxing. Every weight class, soon as this shit, look at Ndongo and Bud right now. And it's some bullshit. Like, it be some bullshit. Like, why do they do that?
No. Listen. Before you say anything about that Ndongo situation, Sergey Lipinets, it's not that it wasn't there. It's that nobody noticed it. I seen Sergey Lipinets fucking somebody up right before Julius Ndongo fucked up. What's his face, man? Who the fuck did he just? Ricky Burns.
The mandatory after that. We talking about unifying all the titles. This Lipinets dude can wait until a Ndongo fight.
It is the IBF. We know how they are.
Again,
okay? We know how they are.
They don't want no. That's why I keep on telling you they don't want no undisputed champion. They don't want that shit.
It's not that they don't. But look at what happens when you got a guy that's in line, and he wants his title shot, but the sanctioning body's like, nah, it's all right. You could fight a voluntary. Luis Ortiz is talking about suing. Okay, he's talking about suing.
Right.
If he don't get a title shot, he's gonna take legal action because and he could win because there is precedence for him to get a title shot.
He should win. But this is unification. This is not a voluntary. This is not even like.
But do you think that the mandatory gives a flying fuck about any of that?
No, they don't.
The sanctioning body.
No, I mean, if you got a shot,
mandatory, the sanctioning body should. Julius, the sanctioning body should give a fuck.
Listen. The sanctioning body probably does. Look at what the WBA did. Look at what the IBF is doing with Joshua. They're not halting him. Okay? But at the end of the day, when they do that, when the organization does that, the mandatory then has precedence to file suit. Why? Because I'm in line for a title shot. What are you doing?
Right.
I'm supposed to get my fight. I don't give a belts. I worked my way up here. Now I can't get the fight.
But IBF didn't let Fury even try to work nothing out. They let AJ work something.
We talking about
just hear me out. No, just let me finish real quick. Listen what I'm trying to say. Because we talking about the IBF, right? They didn't let Fury even try. They just stripped him. They let AJ work it out, but Ndongo got to fight Lipinets. That's
what they let. Hold on.
Because Eddie Hearn didn't cross all the T's and dot all the I's. He had to come out 20 G's for that shit. It wasn't.
Well, wait a minute though. See, my thing with that. Here's my thing with that though. Here's the thing with that, man. Yes, Eddie Hearns did. He paid some type of paperwork, but I want to know, like they say what he paid, but they don't say when he filed. Because, you know, listen, man, dude, these motherfuckers.
They lying.
No, listen.
You think they lying?
No, I have an answer to that. They said it before the fight. They said it before he fought. They said it before that. They said that Eddie Hearn himself. It's in one of the relay episodes because I remember reading it and I didn't think about it. But they said that they're not gonna hit the gas on that shit. This was before the fight, so he must have filed the paperwork before.
Eddie's got
because they said that shit before that. That wasn't
Uncle Eddie has a connection down at the IBF.
Second point. We're talking about Tyson Fury, dog. You know what I'm saying?
He's an asshole.
You think Frank Warren and them was gonna come out 20 G's knowing what kind of an underdog Fury was to beat Klitschko, remember, you have to have the foresight to say that I believe that Fury will win this fight. So I'm G's just in case there has to be a rematch. Frank Warren ain't gonna do that because Frank Warren, fuck, am I gonna come out 20 G's? Nah, bruh. At the end of the day,
Frank got that kind of money. It's 20,000 to a promoter, not 20,000 to me and you.
True.
If you talking about 20 million, yeah, I'm like, all right, nigga ain't gonna pay 20 million. 20,000, they got that.
That's a valid point.
They pay that to C-level fighters.
It's 20. You're right.
They pay that
20 G's is $20 to Frank Warren.
Come on, man. That motherfucker, Uncle Eddie got IBF in his motherfucking pocket.
Well, they listen. Hold on, wait a minute, because before we do that, let's say the motherfuckers all of them do. Uncle Eddie got them. Bob Arum got the WBO, and Al Heyman got the WBC.
And Don King got the WBC. How the fuck is Steve
got WBC? Yeah, we know.
How is he the #1 contender? You ain't fought nobody since 2015.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So
I married mom. Was about listen, Bob was about to
I don't get mad. That's why I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Frank Warren because all of them got them motherfuckers. I mean, Manny Pacquiao retires, come back, fights Jesse Vargas, who had already got his ass whooped for a belt by Timothy Bradley. And after Bradley beats him, he gets another fight for that title. Lomachenko loses to Orlando Salido and gets another shot in his next fight at the same title. Okay, so I mean, they all got their fucking. Danny Garcia goes to 140 automatically. He fights for a title eliminator. You know, come on, man.
Well, no, wait a minute. That's different because that's Danny Garcia's case is different because everybody does that. Was a champion in the lighter division, so when he moved up, he was high in the ranks. They just did that to Badu Jack.
Yeah, but Danny Garcia fights Robert the Ghost Guerrero for a vacant title. Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
Oh God!
I mean, I mean, even if I wanted to give you Danny Garcia, but Robert the Ghost Guerrero,
you're right. I'm gonna give you that because I'm like, yo, you went life or death with Aaron Martinez. What the fuck? like, Jesus Christ!
But yeah, man, but Dre definitely, man.
These guys are in a bat like this. You went to battle with Aaron Martinez,
right? With Aaron Martinez. You went to war with Aaron Martinez, and I don't know why he still calls himself the Ghost no more, because that motherfucker's getting hit.
Yeah, he's we can totally see you, bro.
Yeah, like motherfucker, you getting hit, dog. Oh shit! You tasted the canvas more than I remember, bro.
Oh man. Shit, that's
All right.
Don't talk about ghosts like that.
We just took a mean turn off the whole fight. But
before we leave, nothing to discuss about this fight.
No, listen, man. Because you want to leave out this little gem, huh?
Okay, go ahead. What's up? What's up?
Okay. What's up?
Because you know I have no problem. I've been handing out L's all day, so I've been trying to spare my boys, but you want one? Come on, I got your L.
What's his name? William. Yeah, who? William Rigondeaux.
It's Rigondeaux. It's Rigondeaux.
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 What did Rigon do? All right, so Guillermo Rigondeaux's first round stoppage over Moses Flores has been reversed to a no contest after the knockout blow was ruled to come after the bell, according to Dave Rayfield. So, nothing really highlight worthy throughout that first round.
Yeah, it was. You didn't hear Flores going Super Saiyan? Ah! Ah!
Ah! A little inner Goku scream.
That was the highlight of my night because I'm hearing with this guy. Like, what's wrong with you already?
So, all right. So here's the question I posed to you guys because, watching that final shot, and for those who didn't see it, it was a late punch. A bit of a delayed reaction, to say the least, and Flores went down, tilted his head up for a second, then went back down, and just didn't seem like he could continue. The punch was, of course, after the bell, and rather late. I would say pretty. It was pretty distinctive when the bell went, and the launching of the punch from Rigondeaux. So much so that I would have said the punch that was landed on Darrell a few weeks ago was actually closer, or at least more, or at least he wasn't so far after the bell as this fight. So this may be rhetorical, but which commission handled this better, Vegas or DC?
Vegas. Easily. I mean, think about it. Rigondeaux counted him. Flores was still throwing. He's still throwing. They're still in the heat of a fight. If Flores wouldn't threw that punch, Rigo wouldn't threw that punch. No contest is the right decision.
And
listen, I had no problem. I thought it should have been called no contest from Jump Street. The thing that I found amusing was how the ref, the side ref, and the person upstairs all got together. That shit looked like some out the Three fucking Stooges. All these motherfuckers gathered, looked at a monitor, then later on come back and tell us that's why the rule of no contest was, oh, well, the punch came after the bell, so we're ruling a no contest. We didn't realize it watching on the monitor because we didn't watch it with audio. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
You were sitting here watching the shit the whole time.
And you didn't listen to the fucking audio? What the fuck? You know what? I actually thought what they were trying to do was, look, Andre Ward and Kovalev is not ready. We got to start for time here. So, talk, look like a bunch of fucking idiots. Because, I mean, did y'all see the part when the motherfucker told the ref, come over here so can't nobody hear you? Like, am I the only one that heard that shit? So, come on, man. It was a no contest.
The guy that thought the ref looked like the prosecutor from Law and Order.
Yeah, he did. It's funny because it's like you said, Bo. It's like they at least Vic Draculich, the referee who stopped it, seemed like he had it right initially. It's at least from what he was detailing when he kept going to the corner. At least we would speak to the state commissioner that, the punch came after the bell. It was late, and due to an illegal punch, the fighter's not able to continue. So it's almost like that's, I mean, for him to go around and to keep saying that, it seemed like he had the decision right. He was going to make it right, but I don't know what was told to him that what made him go back on it.
I mean, it was a great acting job by Flores too. That motherfucker, that was a great.
I mean, it wasn't that great because I could absolutely tell what the fuck he was.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know what? You know what it reminded me of? Like when Flores went down, man. When he went down, and he heard the ref say DQ. It reminded me of Julius when he hears Lauda. Huh? Lauda? That's disqualification. I'm gonna pump your head up. Disqualification. Oh no, I'm supposed to be down.
Hey, only reason that I was actually pushed for Rigo to have won the fight because you know what's about to happen. Before any of the drama happened, you know Rigo's gonna beat this fucking victory so he can go home because he was gonna get it anyway. And it wasn't for Flores still throwing punches after the bell on him. So just give him the fucking victory. No issues with a no contest because if we're gonna play by the book, that's what it should have been.
Yeah,
I agree.
And that's why initially when I mean I had an idea it was going to be no contest as soon as they said the fight was over, or at least they were calling it out. And I don't know. It was I just found it strange to go from the textbook definition of what it was to, making it a secure knockout. I don't know how that even came about.
I have no idea. No idea. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
You know why? Because
Boxrec was on that shit early. They had ruled as a knockout as it was happening. I was like, I went to Boxrec on my phone. Damn. I was like, yo, they got to list it as a knockout. It's over then. That's it.
He was knocked out. You know what?
That they were gonna.
That dude did that to himself. He did that to himself because he swung.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't. They would listen. You know they would have played Rigo in there, but they couldn't. He was looking for a way out. I'm tired of fighting.
Exactly. That's how
He was.
I felt it. Like, yo, he's in here screaming. He's punching the air. He knows what's about to happen. He's looking for a way out.
Yep.
Dude, Rigo's feet was faster than this boy's hands.
Real shit.
And
Rigo was an alien. I gotta get up on him. I want to pinch him to make sure he's real.
I can tell you what's not real. I can tell you what's not real. That fucking age they say he is.
Oh hell no, he's older than that. Rigo's 40. Rigo 47. So is Ortiz. Ortiz 46.
Yo, real shit. Rigo ain't no motherfucking 36, man.
No, that nigga 40.
He's 36.
Rigo older than Floyd. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, he is older than Floyd.
you look like one of them babies that smoke cigarettes for like.
Yeah, and he smokes cigarettes.
I believe it.
Rigo, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, y'all think I'm lying? Go look it up.
Yeah, he looked like he smoked too.
That fool smoked cigarettes, bro. They can't beat him.
Then I just like
Nicolino Loche used to smoke cigarettes too.
Then I
he do that for weight though. He
do?
Yeah, he does it for weight.
That's crazy. I never thought about doing that. Smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes so you can.
Be smoking cigarettes.
And then be shitting your
when you smoke, take 15 pounds off your natural weight. 15 to 10.
It will.
Damn.
It makes sense. It does make sense that he would be doing it for that reason. But I mean, I'm just blown away that it doesn't affect his lungs, I should say. You know, because fucking smoking, that should fuck up your lungs, man.
You know what I think it is? He's so chill, right? Rigo, you can't push the pace.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's so relaxed in there. His composed.
Can't push the pace on him. He's too good.
Yeah.
You can't even make him. Listen, you can't even make that fool fight fast if you wanted to.
You can't make that fool make a facial expression.
Rigged.
Rigo, you want some pussy?
You won't even make a facial expression.
No, that's just seriously. Listen, this is him. Listen, this is him. This is his face right here. Rigo, you want some pussy? Rigo, you want $1 million? You know.
Yup. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Rigo, Cuba is free.
I tell people all the time, right? I don't care what size he was, right? I don't care. This is why I always say people could get how they want to get the pound for pound because he ain't been fighting and shit. I understand. I ain't gonna argue with you, but I'll tell you this though. On the real, I don't give a fuck. If he was anybody's size, he'd beat him.
Do I say that about Terrence?
I really think that.
I say that.
I really think that.
Hey, don't start. Listen, Ibn, don't open that door. Because if you open that
door,
Ibn.
Listen, we don't need to because we got another door open and we're kind of a little crunched on time anyway.
It's true though.
But,
I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
But
I'm gonna just say this: if he was anybody's size, you would get this work.
Terrence Crawford could get him.
So
possibly,
guys.
But if he was Bud size, I'm willing to bet that timing is gonna be some crazy shit.
There is this this is gonna throw you guys for a loop, I'm sure. So in a response to Anthony Joshua, who claimed that Tyson Fury's fight with Vladimir Klitschko was boring, yesterday Tyson Fury had a Instagram video. Yeah, it was it was rather mild. It was rather mild. It wasn't really anything crazy, but it was the caption of the video. For me, that was the newsmaker, and it seemed like it was, I guess, for the rest of the boxing public too, where he states, "Boring, eh? We see who's boring when you face me. A big bully is what you are, you big dozer. Big Femi, your bully street name. I've seen your type many times. The man who speaks his own mind, or the man who can't speak his own mind, the plastic Nigerian. I'm more Nigerian than you. I'll fly the flag for Nigeria when we fight. Gypsy man represents the world. Ali had words for a man like you. They were Uncle Tom." So,
first of all, if you're not a man of color, you can't call another man like your Uncle Tom. Your Uncle Tom references. They don't.
Listen, man. This is what I got to say about this shit. This motherfucking American racism is like Stockholm syndrome. This whole Uncle Tom, a black man got to compose himself. Why? Why black man can't just be chill? Why he got to be loud? So if he ain't loud, he's being Uncle Tom. You got to think about what Fury's saying. Fury is saying that because Anthony Joshua doesn't fit society's stereotypes, that he's a fucking Uncle Tom.
Society's stereotypes of a black man.
Basically.
And what makes this worse is, and I never really, first of all, for me, personally, I take more offense to Uncle Tom than nigger, believe it or not. Because for one, it's a sense. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, it's because it's essentially your blackness being challenged by, first of all, one, by your peers, which is just to be like, oh, you're not doing, Uncle Tom this or whatever, in reference of what, and basically because how he was trying to label what Ali was doing with Frazier, and we've even seen to his dying days the mental scarring that left on him.
Yes, and Ali was wrong for that. I love
and
Ali.
he was, and he knew it. He did it. Yeah, he did it for the money, which was made it even worse.
That man wasn't no Uncle Tom.
No,
that man wasn't no Uncle Tom.
And the fucked thing is, they loved each other.
Yeah,
they really were.
Well, Ali was also listen. Ali was also angry because of what had happened to him, and that shit kind of spilled over into what he would say to Joe Frazier, man. Yeah. I mean, let's just be real about that.
And not to get too far off the point, though.
Let's listen. Let's not bring Muhammad Ali into it, because that doesn't apply.
Well, yeah, because that's what. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it back because like I said, it's one to be called that from fellow black person.
Right.
But for it to come from a white person is I can't even tell you which one's worse. Just because one that had the crab bucket mentality, or the white person who gave you a certain standard to live up to.
Dog,
or basically what it essentially is, he's challenging his blackness because of success, which in that perspective makes it seem like you aren't supposed to be doing well. Play your role, struggling the way I am. You know what I mean? And from that aspect, it just comes off bitter.
Dude, let's call it what the fuck it is, dog. Let's stop pussyfooting and call it what the fuck it is. Tyson Fury, okay, is fucking jealous.
Yep.
Okay. Tyson Fury is fucking angry. Tyson Fury is fucking depressed. And Tyson Fury is beginning to become so irrelevant. So fucking irrelevant, dog. Yep. All right? To the point where no one takes him seriously. This is the dude. That's why when motherfuckers talk about Andre Ward, I get upset. This is a dude, wins the World Heavyweight Championship, dog. Never defends it, gets taken to court, never defends that motherfucker, goes on the snort bench and retires. Okay? This is what this motherfucker did. Yep. And no one calls him on this shit. Like, you'll tell me about Mikey Garcia's fucked up rap. Tyson Fury been doing this kind of. Remember, he was doing something. He had dreams about Anthony Joshua's dick size. He had dreams about fucking man and all that.
He always said some stupid ass shit.
That's what I'm saying. Tyson, he's been doing this kind of shit, dog. He's been doing this kind of shit. That's why I'm tripping. Like, at what point are we going to say, listen, Tyson, either you come back and fight or shut the fuck up and going off into oblivion?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. And I'm not just saying this right now, right? Him and Dillian White, they just be saying shit. Like, you got fighters who talk shit to you, and you got people that just say shit.
But at least I can get Dillian White in the fucking ring right now and whoop his ass.
Yeah. Yo, he'll fight you though. No, he'll fight you.
Tyson Fury is what? What I mean,
any old fucking thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You heard the shit he was saying to AJ?
Yeah.
Dillian White, he was just talking out his neck. He ain't give a fuck. He just saying anything to AJ. Fuck it. I'm just gonna piss him up. Fuck it. He got beat up for it too. But him and Tyson Fury, like, they strike me as the kind of guy that, like, I say anything for argument's sake.
Tyson Fury was never embraced for his victory against Vladimir the way Joshua was. And that burns his ass.
But this is the thing. I understand and I agree that Tyson Fury didn't necessarily get the credit that he was due for winning the fight. But at the same time, why are we pretending that he won fashion? You know, and why is he pretending that he won fashion? Ibn said this
Well,
shit a
that's
lot
where
of times
these
on
heated
the
words are. That's where these heated words are coming from, Julius.
Exactly.
Remember,
Ibn
like
said this
he's
shit a lot of
responding
times,
because of how
and
they said of how boring he was. So essentially, what he's getting at is he's having to deflect and make personal attacks.
Yeah.
Or just
but
really just defamation, really.
Anthony Joshua went in there and beat Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't lift the title, quote unquote.
Right.
He beat him.
Right.
He beat him.
You know what? Think about this, dog. Think about
Fury
this.
lifted this shit. Fury
Right.
lifted it. That's the truth. He lifted the
No,
title.
he lift, but wait though. Think about this though, dog. Think about this. After Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko, your victory over Vlad was so irrelevant, so fucked up. Nobody's pointing out the fact that Vladimir Klitschko had already had a loss. You know, sometimes when a guy lose and another guy fights and beats him, they say, "Man, you beat guy already had his ass whooped." They're not saying that here. They're not saying that here.
That's a matter of fact. Nobody thought that, oh, well, you know, he's coming. Like, that wasn't really a loss, though. No. He just didn't throw enough punches to win around. That's all. He didn't throw enough punches to win rounds. He wasn't worse for wear. He didn't get put on his ass. He wasn't banged up. You basically, somebody had to win that fight. So they gave Tyson Fury. That's it.
Like who?
That's it.
Lesser of the two evils, really.
Yeah.
But you know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like that shit that's nothing but bitterness talk. But he been saying ignorant shit like that forever. Yeah, and I've been waiting on motherfuckers to call him on it.
I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of the things he did leading up to the first the only Klitschko fight, I like those things. I like that he got in his head and he was talking that shit and he got in his head the way that he did. I actually like that shit. But this is different. Like this is different because it's like, all right, now, you know, let's talk brass tacks. When the fuck are you coming back? Because you talking a lot of shit right now.
Yeah.
And that's all you've been doing for what, 2 years now, talking shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's what probably has to makes this just that much worse. It's like, all right, so you're upset that the fight gets called boring. So what have you done in the meantime to change that? You know what I mean? So he can have all this pent up frustration. I mean, and it's clearly been channeled to Anthony Joshua.
He irrelevant, man. That dude is 300-something pounds.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If anyone's seen him lately, he got bigger.
I thought you coming back. I thought people look bigger.
That's why I was so mad. That's why I was so mad when people kept saying AJ wants to fight Fury. I'm like, Fury is not even on the fucking radar, bro. Seriously,
but there's
he really not. He just
listen. He still has a backing that believe it. They're out
He's
there.
staying on the radar,
which is fucking nuts to me.
That's the strange part. That even now, with all this shit, the steroid shit never got settled. That's the worst part. The steroid shit didn't get settled. That's been pushed back. You got a steroid case. You had a cocaine case.
Hey, you got a case.
It's like, are we not going to talk about it? Like, are we not going to? So this guy could sniff coke, get fat, talk shit, run it, you know, not honor his rematch clause, use steroids. Nobody's going to say nothing.
Dude, he could.
And if we say something, we just being hater Yankees. Get the fuck out of here. And I actually liked him. Y'all know I fuck with Gypsy King. I fucked with him because he was talking shit.
No, but
dude, I love him. Listen.
Like, no, fuck out of here.
Listen, when that motherfucker came to the press conference, that Batman suit, I was impressed. I'm like, how the fuck you find something that big for your ass?
Right.
Yo, Tyson Fury is funny as shit sometimes. Yeah. He having me cracking the fuck up, yo. He is a fucking asshole. But like, no, we not gonna do this, Fury. Either get right, get in the game, or get out the fucking way.
Exactly.
Stop hating on AJ. Fuck that.
Yeah, and he just
because really all that shit is doing is taking the balloon out of you got so many motherfuckers chalking the Fury AJ that is taking the balloon out of the Fury fucking Wilder and or any fucking thing else because they so eager to see this shit.
And this shit ain't coming no time soon.
About Fury. People are acting like Fury is still some kind of a champion.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And his is exactly the opposite of a champion. You crack under the pressure. You said that yourself when the gloves is off. One day you wake up, you want to train. The other day you want to kill yourself. All right. Then. You don't need to be holding no world title.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need to just go sit in the corner and think about something. You don't need to be fighting for no world titles if you want to kill yourself and sniff coke and talk about cocks and wear cardigans and
And get PD cases.
Yeah.
Word. He got a ped case.
Right.
Nobody wants to talk about it. But he has an open ped case that has not been settled, that hasn't been situated. I don't even know how Huey Fury is still the WBO mandatory because he's involved in that case.
He sure is.
He's part of that case.
He sure is.
But
yeah,
and you know, and a part of Tyson Fury feels that Anthony Johnson wouldn't be a champion had he not, you know, did what he done.
And he does it to beat him the fuck up. He chinny. You see how he had Willad neck looking when he uppercutted him? Imagine what he did to Fury. Fury chinny, man. I like him too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with thinking that because it's not just because of the Steve Cunningham fight, but it's more along the lines of if Fury by some chance were to come back, you know what I mean? He has 2 tune-ups or 1 tune-up with a who the fuck. You get hit by AJ, that's gonna be a novel sensation.
And that's going to be a huge, and it's good, and it's still going to be a huge step up, regardless of how much time you came back.
Bro, one of them AJ bombs or one of the Wilder bombs will fucking decapitate him. I don't care. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. And I told people like he might slide around and possibly, but I'm like, no, he can't take one of the bombs. AJ can take one of them, but he
and that's saying something from Ibn because he'll always favor the boxer, the mover.
Fury can't necessarily Vladimir was always a very cautious fighter.
Yes.
And Fury was able to exploit that. He was always a very cautious fighter. A guy like Wilder, and I'm not giving it to him, I'm just saying that this is the stylistic matchup.
He don't give a fuck.
He might not have the power to discourage Wilder. Once Wilder says, you know what, fuck it, like he did with Washington, it's over after that. Because if Steve Cunningham could put you on your ass, this guy put you in the hospital.
Wilder will kill you. Wilder could be getting beat up and knock you all
over. And man, listen, don't nobody got to do nothing to Tyson Fury. All they got to do is tip forward. When Tyson Fury goes to throw an uppercut, he'll hit himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That too.
Knock himself out.
You can pull.
Knock himself out.
He's counting for you.
Boda had to say that.
Man, listen, I'm not. What makes this shit so fucked up? Ain't nobody on this panel a Fury hater.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a guy. I actually like Tyson.
I mean, at this point, I'm agitated with him highly.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I read this and I kind of wanted to knock the man out myself.
Because there's building a fight,
and then it's just saying shit.
And it's just saying shit. Because we know that you are nowhere near climbing back in the ring right now. So you just talking shit to be talking.
And you know it. And you know that's all you're doing at this point. It ain't gonna get settled anywhere else.
He's doing it with complete impunity, simply for the fact that he lifted the title.
Yeah, that's true. He's doing it with complete. He's doing it with complete immunity. Like, right, you ain't gonna suffer nothing from this.
Exactly. You could go in there, call AJ Uncle Tom. You could say he's a wind-up doll. Nobody has any expectations of you. One, because they know this guy's not about to have a fight. And 2, they know that, well, Fury does say a lot of shit. Yeah, but I mean, when is he going to be held accountable? You have an open ped case. It was supposed to be you that fought Vladimir, but it ended up being AJ. And now you're mad because he beat him in better fashion than you did. He actually put him on his ass.
Twice.
Y'all two.
Like 3 times, I mean.
You know what? They look like the fucking balloons that are outside of car dealerships throwing those punches. I didn't know what the fuck they were trying to hit. Fucking ridiculous, man. All in all, my biggest problem with Tyson Fury is that he has the potential to be at the forefront of the heavyweight boxing scene, but he doesn't have the mental stamina for it. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Nope.
You put pressure on that guy, he's gonna fold. He's gonna fold. He already folded before the rematch.
Under his own pressure.
Talking about killing himself and all that shit. Like, come on, dog. Like, the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, he's really just one performance away from an Oliver McCall moment. Seems like at this point, anyway. But
oh wow, Oliver McCall, man.
But to UK connection. But I guess to wrap things up, guys, because there really isn't much to talk about from these two, but just the Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia press conference and the Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin press conferences have kicked off this week.
Wait,
and
I gotta say it. Did y'all see Billy Ho at the back door asking the question?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
That motherfucker stood at the
I seen
exit
that
door.
shit.
it's funny. That's when I jumped into when I started the stream.
What if I told you, whoa. What if I told you that I felt bad for Billy in that moment? What if I told you that I like, yo, I literally, I pitied him, like, damn, dog, like, you just so fucking irrelevant right now. Like, pity
I don't
him,
feel
like,
for
yo,
him.
what are you doing here? I thought to myself, what is he doing there? What are you trying to do? Those guys are about to do something important. What the fuck are you doing here? Who let
It's
you
like
in?
you're like the one belt that's
If I was
missing.
Golovkin, who let you in? What are you doing
Who
here?
let you in? Exactly. Oh yeah.
Yo.
Champions, what are you doing here?
I hate Billy Joe because he don't fight nobody. He don't even be cherry picking. He just don't fight. Fuck it. Like, you know how somebody a cherry pick? Like, damn, you cherry picking. Like,
Look.
you be like, damn, you was some bullshit.
You know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up though? And I said Billy Joe Saunders is the only fucking reason why Adonis Stevens is not in the total shit can.
Yeah.
He saves him
Yeah.
because he's actually worse.
It's like, damn, at least I
He's
fight.
actually worse.
Right.
I'm
Like
fighting
Billy Joe is
shit.
the only motherfucker Adonis can say something about. If you try to talk about anybody else, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. What you
Real
say?
shit. So I just
And
talk shit
you
about
know, and
everybody.
is it a coincidence that him and Fury are best of friends?
Oh yeah, I mean they cut from the same cloth. Him and
They
Fury
probably
cut
from the same.
cloth.
They probably from the same side of Lancashire or some shit. East side, East Lancashire. Both of them niggas. They from the same place doing the same nut ass shit.
I'm telling you, man.
Basically.
This motherfucker had the nerve after a Golovkin fight to make a video. I saw holes in your game. Yeah, well, why didn't you see him in the ring, motherfucker? Why didn't you see this?
Motherfucker,
in the ring, motherfucker?
sign
Get
up
outta
for
here.
something, motherfucker. You ain't signed up for shit.
And-
Like I
and
said,
That's what I'm
you
saying,
ain't
dog.
Speaking of Golovkin, Canelo and him and Oscar
Don't
De
do
La Hoya
two
were
cherries
on
or something, motherfucker.
First
Do
Take
something.
this morning. It's good to see
Yeah.
the fights
He not even
appropriately
fighting the dope. That's the
advertised,
You know,
promoted.
listen, can I say one more thing? You know how
Go ahead.
people accuse the UK of getting the belt and going back to the UK and fighting the UK guys? He not even giving them shots.
He not. That's the best. Ain't that the
That
part?
motherfucker don't even get
That's,
it domestic.
ain't
He'll
that,
get them
yeah,
shots.
right. Ain't
Like,
they fucked up?
Ain't that the like? You don't even want to fight domestic. You didn't want to fight Gabe Rosado, dog.
I love Gabe. But
Damn.
motherfuckers don't duck him. Why the fuck you duck Gabe?
You telling me that Martin Murray got more salt than you do? You didn't want to fight.
No,
Gabe.
but you guys aren't seeing the logic. It's like, why would you fight Gabe Rosado when you can fight nobody?
That's true. I
No,
mean,
but
I don't
wait a
know
minute,
nobody,
though.
right?
I don't know.
Wait a
why-
minute.
Fuck
There's-
Gabe beat his ass.
There's babysitting the belt. Then there's witness protection. He got that belt in witness
Real
protection.
shit.
He ain't even
Real shit.
The belt,
babysitting.
yo, listen. The WBO title is not at Billy Joe Saunders' house. He got that shit in a bunker. Okay, he got that shit in a bunker somewhere in the mountains.
That
Him
shit's in
and
his
the belt don't
dooms,
have to be in
doomsday
the same
cave.
place at the same
I
time.
just couldn't
Somebody
believe
might
it.
take it.
That shit sitting under a pit bull dog house.
I couldn't believe when I saw that motherfucker at the back door, asking a question at the door, like I'm gonna say this. That's like one of the moments when you just duck your head in and say, "Hey, 100."
That belt under Donald
Like-
Trump's motherfucking bed.
Dude, that shit.
In the
That
White
shit's
House
like
under
ducking
his
your
bed.
head in the door and saying, "Hey, honey, don't forget my wallet."
That shit is in between. That
When
belt
I
is in
see
between
the
Vladimir
distance between
Putin.
them, when I see
Mattress
the
and
distance
box spring.
between Saunders and Golovkin and Canelo, that's what made me laugh because he was almost in another floor. Like, you far away from them.
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like,
Right, dog.
But when Demetrius Andrade went to Jamal press conference, he was like right there. Like they was like
right there, dog. He right there.
Never came up on Canelo's stage. He
Yeah.
came up on Canelo's stage.
He went up on
Yeah,
his
he was
stage.
right
talked
in
to
his
him.
face.
Yeah, they come to you.
He talked to him. He was right next to him. You see Saunders. Saunders is about 50, 60 feet away asking
punk ass.
Canelo had
I
to
don't even
squint to
know.
see him. He said, I ain't recognize you. He said, I ain't recognize you. You need to lose some weight. It's like, oh, Canelo got jokes. Canelo got jokes.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. At least send him in to do a cherry. At least send him in to fight somebody good. He was bullshitting on GGG for a moment, but he was still fighting somebody you knew and all
At
that.
least he had a fight.
He was
Saunders
active
had
in
a
shit.
fight.
Yeah.
Saunders been on holiday since he won that title.
Yeah,
He's been on holiday since he won that title.
And try to take a tune-up and almost lost the bit.
Wolverine scared the shit out of him.
That motherfucker
Wolverine
champion in
scared
reset.
the shit out of him.
He did.
What's the what's the shit that Vitali got on the WBC and Floyd?
Emeritus.
Yeah, he got the emeritus shit.
Forever
He's just
champ.
a WBO champ. Fuck it.
Yo,
It don't matter.
so I just wanted to say how happy I am about the promotion that Golovkin and Canelo are getting for the fight. Going on First Take, doing the morning shows. I mean, this isn't brain surgery here though.
Rock Nation
exactly? It's like, why do these promoters need to know, like, oh, maybe it'd be a good idea to put someone on ESPN, Sports Center, or just book these guys out in Bristol for a day and do all these shows.
Like they're choosing out who they have on there though.
Jay-Z as a boxing promoter is a fucking failure, dog. You are one of the most notoriable, easily identifiable
people,
culture icons in any genre.
And your wife.
And your wife. And you use none of that to sell these fights. You don't use none of that. I mean, like, how idiotic then why get into boxing? What for what? You ain't making no money. You definitely ain't using your notoriety to promote your fight. I mean, 50 Cent is not some great promoter, but at least he's at the fights. He does Instagram about the fights. At least he does something. He
talks shit. He make a casual be like, "Yo, who the fuck is that?"
Exactly. He's in the fucking
make a casual
police.
I mean, damn, he got his fighters begging
but
for a fucking
tweet,
like
so
tweet about the
damn casuals and all that.
He said a tweet.
Like, yeah, you can't give me a damn handle or nothing. Shit.
Jay-Z can't be bothered. Jay-Z can't be bothered.
Right? It's like
from his own
it's like
right?
It's like Bo says. It's like it's free. Damn. Please.
I fuck with Jay-Z. I fuck with Jay-Z and Jay Prince. But like, look, I'm saying, right? Jay-Z should have Andre Ward popping.
He should.
For casuals. He could sell Andre Ward to casuals. People that don't watch boxing. Hove need to fucking make a song or do a feature and shout Ward the fuck out. He just like he not like he gotta promote this motherfucker to casuals. He don't understand that.
And the thing is, it's actually a micromanagement thing. Like I don't think he runs really the.
Well, no, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. But it is his company.
It's his, but I don't feel like he. Like, you know, there's like you know how you go into a store and like there's like managers like you're almost certain don't know shit about the actual like job.
What goes on?
Yeah, like what's really even going on. It's almost like that. It's like there's so much micromanagement there that it's really just, I would say maybe just incompetence.
Are you saying that Jay-Z doesn't know that he even has a promotional company?
I'm saying he don't. Yeah, it's like yo, promote him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just doing. And they're doing everything almost maybe on their budget. I don't know how this is working out because that's what I'm saying. They just don't make sense. If it's off Jay-Z's pocket, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it'd be better. I feel like he would be booking some damn network shows or billboards, fucking commercials. Like, like it ain't hard to buy those last few on-demand commercials.
He don't even got to do that, dog. He could just do a video shoot with him and Andre Ward giving each other dap. I mean,
that's it. It's that real.
Right?
And then be like, check Ward out on September 16th. You heard?
Yeah, just
That's all you gotta
giving
say.
each other dap, man. New York, you know what I'm saying? New York and Oakland.
You know how it be. It's your boy.
What the fuck?
Check us out on September 16th. You heard?
Yeah.
Niggas gonna be like, oh, I'm watching that shit. The nigga down with Hov.
Like,
No,
damn,
right.
or like he could even just like make a commercial with him where he, you know, he used like a Hove song, and it's just like for whatever fucking product he's. I don't know what the fuck he's pushing.
Beyonce. It's over.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So,
Babe, mom's gonna be ordering that shit.
so bravo, yeah. So bravo to
my baby mama order that shit. You put Beyonce up there.
Mm-hmm. But bravo to Oscar De La Hoya for you know,
he knows how to promote his fighter.
Yeah,
I mean, that motherfucker got 1 million buys out of Chavez.
Yeah, I'll doll y'all blind. Fool.
That's
Fool.
He fucked it up.
Ain't that
motherfucker got 1 million buys out of Chavez, and Andre Ward and Kovalev might not do 150.
They might even they might just be peaking over 100K.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did 300 this time.
No, trust me.
I heard chatters. I'm not saying that they are. Don't get me wrong. I'm not predicting this shit or nothing. I'm saying I heard people like kind of interested, like that don't usually ask me about pay-per-view. And they was like, yo, what's up with the Bull Ward and the White Bull? They said the White Bull be killing niggas. That's true. Like, he killed somebody. But you know how casuals. Yeah, they was saying shit about Kovalev, though. They like casuals was saying shit. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if like they sold a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't know if you guys have been noticing it. I know that me and Ibn, a long time ago, before Bo and George joined Ring IQ as administrators, we had this conversation, man, that boxing is going to be on an upswing. It's just that it has to recover from the Mayweather era.
Yeah.
Because when you got a guy that was that famous and he retired, he was the biggest draw in boxing.
Yeah, it fucked up everything.
Yeah, it fucked up everything. Like, he's the biggest draw in boxing and he retired. So somebody is going to take a little bit of time for it to get back in full swing. Because this was the guy that everybody was watching. And now the guy that everybody was, he gone. So,
but see, and I say this, my man, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, and I say, and that's why I said what happened with that, which is you're right. And what happened, the reason why boxing is struggling is because during that time, they never looked to build another star to take that place. Like during the Ali era, you still had other guys, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, George Foreman, Joe Frazier. Even during the Sugar Ray Leonard era, you still had Hagler, Hearns, Duran getting their shine. Even the Tyson era, you still had Oscar and Catch still getting their shine. Julio Cesar Chavez. But during the Floyd Maypac era, nobody was getting their shine. They were just like focusing on this fight and this fight alone. And then on top of not getting their shine, everybody wasn't taking risks because they wanted to fight Floyd. And that's why I give credit. That's why I give credit to like Mike Donna. He was like, fuck that. I'm gonna fight all you motherfuckers. And hopefully I get my name in that hat.
And that's how he did it.
Yeah, and that's how he did it. See, he took that risk. And now you got all these motherfuckers trying, they're scrambling to find somebody. And every time they think they got one, because like credit to Eddie Hearns, he did it right. He had Joshua. He know, listen, I can do something with this boy. So I'm gonna make the right moves with him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You look at us every time we so eager to find one, we say, oh, okay, give us Roman Gonzalez. Then when he lose, we scrambling again. Oh, okay, Gennady Golovkin. He gets in a tough fight with Daniel Jacobs, and then he can't get nobody to fight him. You struggling again. You know? And that's the problem.
I mean, the American boxing public is really fickle, but at the end of the day, that's really what it boiled down to. That while Floyd was shining, I'm telling you, we had this exact conversation. Me, you, Wante, BJ, Ryan, all of us, we talking about this shit. And that was my opinion that, look, boxing is like that right now in 2016 because Floyd just retired in 2015. It ain't going to be the same if the biggest draw in boxing ain't boxing. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while for somebody to come along and spark interest in people. That could be Canelo.
Look how long it took the heavyweight division to recover from Ali leaving.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
The dust just got settled. That's all.
It could be Anthony Joshua. It could be Keith Thurman. It could be
the dust. It's the dust just has to get settled.
You know what I like about it? You know what I like about it though, Julius? That happened just like I said. I said they gonna be fighting each other though.
Yeah.
I said because
that's what I'm saying. That's what has to happen. And once the dust settles,
that was the best thing about Floyd leaving. They started fighting each other because it was like it was no longer about hitting the sweepstakes.
Yep.
It was like now it was like, all right, I could become the guy. I gotta beat a couple of these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Look at Thurman. Look at Porter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even look at Brook. Like, I mean, look at Brook now. Like, he just for EJ. Look what EJ trying to do. They like, yo, fuck that. I want to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not like, because there's no two ways around it. You can't, and this is why I get mad when people, and I'm not going to get into a Floyd Mayweather conversation, but this is why I get mad when people talk about him in that way. They're like, yo, y'all really acting like he ain't fight them people. How you think he got there? He fought those people. He fought the people that he needed to fight to be that guy. He went to 54 for Oscar.
Yeah.
That's the door. That was the door.
He did that shit. Yeah, he did.
He took the risk. But y'all talking about like he ain't
listen, he went to 54. He took a 20% purse split, gloves, ref ring, all this.
Yeah.
You know,
that fool had the Reyes on.
Like he did what Earl Spence did with Kell Brook. Like, man, whatever, dog. Whatever, dog.
Because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, I can't start acting like I'm a fucking star when I'm trying to be a star. That don't even make sense. I'm acting like what I'm trying to be. I'm not there yet. I gotta fight these guys. I'm not gonna get there if I don't fight them. That's why Wilder get. Yo, look, we're gonna have this conversation though. That's why Wilder get me mad. That's why he get me mad. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Fight him and fuck him up. Because if you do, you'll be better off for it. Don't let this guy who already has steam get to him before you do. Because then he's gonna show you up again, and you're gonna look dumb out here.
Message.
I can't argue with that. I really
My
can't.
thing is, they gotta give him a chance too.
It can't listen.
No.
Listen.
I don't care what y'all, because he asked to fight Willad. Willad didn't want to fight him.
Look, when it comes down, when we talk about
Wilder can't keep using Joshua as an excuse to not fight other motherfuckers that's out there. You got to be a somebody too. You got not for nothing.
Yeah, man, you got to chip away at it too.
I'm about to see if WBC don't make he fight Stavern and he don't fight nobody, then I got something to say. That's real.
And this is why I'm mad, Ibn, because we did this 3 times on this podcast.
I told you that.
We did this 3 times.
I told you that, Julius. They gave him a mandatory that he shouldn't even have. And I don't want to see Stavern fight again.
If he fights Stavern, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to say shit. If they tell him, yo, all right, it's time, you got to fight, I'm not going to say shit. I'm not. But is the WBC really pressuring him to have that fight? No.
Stavern would take the step aside money. That's why I believe it.
Yo, listen.
Stavern said that.
Stop it. Stop.
He did.
Stop.
I'm listening.
The WBC did not set a deadline for these guys to even go into negotiations. That means he is free to roam. There is no date set. There is no venue book. There's nothing going on.
So how come?
No, he's not free to roam. He's not free to roam.
How come?
He's not free to roam.
So if he wanted to have a fight with somebody else right now, he can't have it?
Tell me.
No, he can't, because Stavern has made it clear he wants his shot. They offered him step aside money. Right, Stavern has said they offered him step aside money, but he's not taking.
Bro,
he's not taking.
I know that you're telling the truth. It's just that truth is from February. Okay. Listen, I get it. They're trying to wait this motherfucker out and hope that he takes this money or takes something. They don't want to make that fight. But Stavern is hell bent on getting that shot. He's like,
he can't make no moves without everything go through.
Yeah, he said, I'm not stepping aside, man. Y'all gonna have to see me.
If they say otherwise, if WBC somehow say otherwise, then just get tired of the shit. he probably could get out of it. But I know don't nothing move till he go through that. I'm not going. That's real. You can't get what you want.
I mean, I hate it. Listen. I almost did like, come on, Stavern, look, take $2-3 million, man. Go to the side.
I mean, look. Stavern, one thing is that I don't want Wilder to have. If I had it my way, Stavern wouldn't even be number one contender. He wouldn't be.
Like, wait a minute. Let's keep it real, dog. How the fuck are you number one mandatory after beating Derek Rossi? Like
Good
what?
question.
Don King, WBC.
Good question.
You beat Derek Rossi. That's like the equivalency of David Allen. Are you fucking kidding me?
and he beat Derek Rossi in 2015. That's when he beat him. It's the last
I'm gonna
time
say
he had
it
a
again.
fight.
WBC, Don King. It is what it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's true. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, and what's messed up is you see Wilder being more vocal about making the move, but it's like, what the fuck you gonna do? I mean, shit. He was even going out there 8 turns, like dog.
This is what you do.
Are you going to know what we talked about? Really?
Look, this is what you do. You open a can of whoop ass.
Well, Stavern, this is what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta fuck up Stavern,
dog. You got your camera.
No.
You like that?
Don't
You like
nobody
that?
No, we can't see you. You got your camera off.
No, you weren't supposed to see. You're supposed to hear it.
Oh, I heard it,
bro.
I heard it.
Heard that can of whoop ass being open?
You gotta go whoop Stavern ass.
Full of tricks, this guy.
You know,
but it doesn't matter. See, that's the thing is, Fighting Stavern don't do nothing for him, whether he runs him over or he goes 12 rounds.
Still gotta do it.
It actually hurts him more than it helps him.
What the fuck does Lipinets do for fucking Ndongo? He still gotta do it.
Ndongo is Ndongo. Ndongo is not a dude that's been heavily pushed to us.
And he's not, yeah. There you go.
You still gotta fight your mandatory,
motherfucker. In Namibia.
Stop condoning this bullshit, man.
And wait a minute, hold on, Evan, you are my dog. I'm with you, but sometimes, motherfucker, I need you to smoke a joint because when you ain't high, you say some crazy shit. Look, Ndongo cannot offer Lipinets the same kind of step aside money that Wilder can offer Stavern.
Yeah.
Can I finish? Can I just say what I gotta say?
Go
I'm
ahead.
not saying that. I know that. My bottom line is this. Once the fucking mandatory come into play and they start talking they shit, you gotta do it. If you don't, you ain't gonna be the champion. Unless you Floyd. Unless you Floyd.
Look, I'm not telling Wilder to not fight this guy. I'm saying that the WBC is not hitting the gas. They said they were gonna. They said they were gonna. They mandated. They didn't say they mandated these fights back in February. Here we are in June, approaching July. There is no date set. There is nothing going on between them. There's no talks. There's no boxing scene articles. There's no ESPN
nothing. I agree. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's nothing, man.
So if they're not hitting the gas, okay, look, I'm gonna go to the WBC. I'm gonna say, hey, can I have a fight? Because I need to fight. This guy's becoming a star overnight, and I'm sitting here with this green fucking belt, not doing shit.
I just saw.
I'm sitting here in this fucking cast.
You know what, Julie? He probably did.
I saw on the page an article that was saying the WBC was interested in trying to make unification bout with Joshua for the unified titles, blah 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 blah. And I didn't read it yet, but I saw it and I kind of like said something more and go back to it. So I need to read that. But I don't like you can't trust the WBC.
No, you can't.
Because like you don't know what the fuck they gonna do.
You don't. They sometimes they want to do their job, sometimes they don't.
And then sometimes they don't give a fuck. You don't know.
Like think about this, dog. This the same WBC that twice on 2 occasions didn't want to pull the trigger on Povetkin. And look at where they got him because they didn't want to do it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do it the first time, held up Wilder with their shit. Then they didn't pull the trigger, and now we got fucked because they wanted him to face Stavern, And now they holding up now because the motherfuckers didn't want to pull the trigger.
And the worst part is that the WBC had it right the first time. Stavern went to the WBC after Povetkin got popped the second time. He said, I should be the mandatory. They said no. Only to turn right the fuck around and say yes. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what
Don King.
Wait. He said I should be the mandatory and I should get that interim belt. They're like, no. Now they like, well, we'll make you a mandatory.
If you were the mandatory, you get the interim belt anyway.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I mean, that's lower tier, and we are admins of top tier. As you guys know, we hit 50K members yesterday. We're already at there's like about 500 more that were just added. Yeah. Today.
Well, we're about to have 49,999 because KO keep talking that bullshit. I'm gonna purge his ass.
That motherfucker.
That shit there. I mean, if it wasn't for that shit there, I don't. Man,
guys.
Well, I'm
go
back to the footage and prove that there wasn't a headbutt. That's purgeable because then he's making up shit. That's it. That's you have to prove.
Yeah, if he made shit up, he got ruled.
That's the thing. I mean, we can at this point, purging is almost just about necessary, and yet it grows. Like was it Maya Angelou? Still I rise. Still, Ring IQ rises.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, and even in closing, right, with Andre Ward and the Kovalev situation, I'm just gonna say this. A lot of people doing the whole Floyd Pac melee. It was a lot of things said about Floyd. Sometimes I felt it was too far or whatever, but some of that shit I felt was justified. Right? But a lot of the times you would hear how people just didn't like the way Floyd carried himself and the things that he did, and he was this kind of guy, and he says this kind of shit. And Andre Ward is the polar opposite. He's being treated the same way.
Well, I mean,
I warned.
Evan, why you being coy about it? Listen, why you being coy about it? I'll just say everybody's racist but me. That's what I say.
Because everybody not racist. Everybody not racist.
Hey, if you mad at Floyd and you mad at Ward, oh, you just a fucking racist. Because them two guys ain't nothing alike.
There you go.
They're nothing alike.
There you go.
Ward don't talk shit. Ward don't even say shit.
Ward don't even talk. He don't talk at all.
This guy is a tuna fish sandwich with nothing in it.
When you talk to him, he say, "I don't do much talking."
Yeah,
that's really his favorite line. Like you know how Floyd be like I said before and shit. He be like yeah, like I said before. Like Ward be like, I don't do too much talking. That's what he say.
So how and that's and I don't like going to race a lot because it's a big can and I don't want to open that can. But if I see that a guy, oh, you don't like Ward and you don't like Floyd and you're critical of Errol Spence, but like, all right, guy, all right, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here.
It just on its face is just hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like, so you just a fucking racist.
It's just a damn shame.
I ain't saying it ain't freedom of speech, but what's not going to be tolerated is they not going to go on and just keep on disrespecting Ward the way he was treating Floyd like that.
Talking about,
I'm going to be purging motherfuckers.
You talking about Errol Spence, for example, is a clean cut. He has a clean cut image. You understand?
He's a rather dry guy.
He's not in any kind of trouble. He's not, saying obnoxious shit. He's not doing anything. He's fighting and beating people up. You don't like watching people getting beaten up? I love that shit.
Right.
What are you mad at this guy for? I know. Oh, Ward. Oh, I don't like Ward. Oh, like.
Well, I mean, and even to the example, or at least an insight to the result of that Kell Brook and Errol Spence fight was essentially what we said was. Spence was just a Southpaw Triple G. Yeah. And that's not even to I guess extend that point, even in personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're rather dry guys. They'll say only what they need for you to hear or just enough. You know what I mean?
Errol is he's got a little bit of person. A little.
Well, yeah, and you know what? And you know, if anything, I say it's more toward his I would say his fighting character, because there's there's definitely mean streak in there.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that kills Andre Ward though is that, and he says this.
I was talking about Spence, by the way.
He don't really talk that much because he said he remembers seeing what the media did to Floyd. So he don't like to talk that much because he saw how
not
they were
helping
doing.
him.
Well, no, it's definitely
not helping him.
No, it's definitely not. But that's why he don't like talking that much. I mean, he's probably more open now than he's ever been. But
That's what I was saying. Yeah, if anything, he's more open than any.
But Earl Spence is just. I mean, Earl Spence is just like. That's his demeanor. He's laid, like he one of them dudes that he's laid back, but when it's time to get it on, that's when he'll show you. You know, he's like one of them cats that, you know what I'm saying? I'm about that. I just rather show you than talk.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's funny when you listen to him. He's funny and shit.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say shit,
motherfucker, man. But you mad at these three guys, right? As fighters, they're very different. I'm talking about styles. I'm talking about how they go about things. Errol Spence is different from Andre Ward. Andre Ward is different from Floyd Mayweather.
Terrence Crawford.
And Bud different from all three of them.
And both of them. Yeah, you don't like none of them. Not one of them. You can't think of nothing good. All right, guys. All right.
That's what I mean. It's like it's just too. Come on now. They ain't even trying to hide it. But anyway, fellas, just trying to wrap things up.
Cue music.
Social media shout outs. Starting with you, Evan.
Yo, the day my whole shout out go to SOG Andre Ward, man. And I mean this in all seriousness. I really can appreciate that guy as a fighter. Me being a young coach and having a son and having other young men that I coach and I lead in life every day. I'm glad that they get him as a hero. Honestly, I mean, the way he carries himself inside, outside the ring, the things that he says, you ain't never caught him out of pocket or nothing. And I'm glad that in my son's era, his first big fighter that he gets to look to, like I had Pernell Whitaker and Roy. He got like Ward because he wasn't really here for Floyd. And I really appreciate that. And shout out to the whole Ring IQ and King Sesson boxing team, man. And shout out to Gary Russell Jr. too, man. That's a good dude, man. All 9 of them Gary Russell Jr. Good dudes. And just you already know. That's my shout out to this team today.
This little moment of truth playing. So that's what Kovalev saw.
Word.
He reached his moment of truth. Julius, your turn, Mr. Ring IQ Boxing Talk.
Oh, shout out to fucking once again, shout out to boxing, which is gonna upswing. Shout out to Andre Ward for surprising the fuck out of me because I didn't think he could do. I didn't think he could do that, but he did that shit. And shout out to Clarissa Shields, who's advanced to a record of 3-0. I'm keeping up with her career a lot. She's gonna be in a title fight soon, so shout out to that shit. Just shout out to boxing as a whole.
For sure. Mr. Bo Bland, you're on.
Man, listen, shout out to everybody out there who is paying their respects to Prodigy, who passed away, man. Shout out to everybody that paid their respects.
Oh, the infamous.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that paid their respects, man. Shout out to them. Of course, shout out to Ring IQ, the movement we live in, boxing, YTBC, LDBC, man. And shout out, shout out to all our admin, dog, because all our admin have really been showing up, especially with these fights coming out and showing everybody, regardless of who they are, showing everybody regardless of who they are about these fights. And man, listen, shout out to this whole year of boxing. It's been fucking great. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Shout out to Bob for signing that deal with ESPN.
Damn, yo. All right, Bob. I'm fucking with you.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I wanted to do good, but the only way it's gonna do good is if they get fights across the table. This is the perfect time for it. So hey, reach out to Heyman, reach out to motherfucking Golden Boy and make some fights, man. And Hey, shout out, like you said, shout out to Golden Boy for knowing how to promote a motherfucking fight right, man. And Andre Ward, mad props. And all y'all out there that don't like Andre Ward, man, suck a sick dick, man.
Hey.
And I'll teach HBO a lesson to fuck over the arrow.
Anyway, I know.
They're just a fucking promotional company.
I'll show HBO what a real area will do.
Yo, Bob, my man on the low though, cause Bob be saying some crazy shit.
He says, cause people forget, or at least I don't know. It's like Bob tends to be what he is, and that is an old man, an angry old man. He tends to be an angry old man at times, and I'm sure the infamous video of him, talking about MMA
he said
this is one of the most serious open disrespects. I mean, and he was speaking to a former fighter right there.
Yo, Bob, funny as shit. Yo, Bob, funny as shit. Yo, he disrespected the shit out of MMA. He said they're wrestling in fucking drawers and fucking skinheads, no blacks, no fucking
That's the white guys that live in trailer parks. They're all skinheads.
Yo, I'm gonna miss Bob Arum when he died, man. That motherfucker, man, he was crazy.
That's why
Bob Arum was crazy.
That's why I say, man, just enjoy him now, man. People try to make things so goddamn spiteful.
Bob, fuck that. I don't want Bob to leave. I hate his shit, but I don't want him to leave though.
All right, so G.Alé 6 is the Instagram. You can find me at G.Alé Dampier on Facebook. At Georgie Dampier on Twitter. Subscribe to Georgie Dampier on YouTube if you haven't already. And next week, catch you here again. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.